Part 2, A Fresh Start, Chapter 1, wherein our tale leaps ahead another 6 months down the bridle path, and Frederick and Rachel are celebrating their honeymoon in the Bahamas.
I never expected it to be so sunny here, Freddie.
Well, yes, it's quite a far cry from England.
But I'll just get a chair myself then.
Yes, I thought the resort would have set one out for you.
Yes. Oh, my darling, here we are, man and wife. Can you believe it?
When I look out upon the Bahamian waves, I see our future there upon the horizon.
Tell me about it, Frederick. Tell me all about what you see our future to be.
Well, if I cast my eyes into the distance, I can see the two of us in a lovely patch of land off the skirts of Corningshire. And while we have 2 young ones running around, and while they're playing basketball. One of them, why, he's 6 feet and 7 inches tall. How could he have sprouted such long legs? I don't know, but he's dunking, my dear.
That's wonderful. Do we have anything else going on in our relationship, darling?
Well, you can partake as well. Take a stand beside me. Look out. What do you see?
Oh, my darling, I see us. I see us now, and I see us at 30 and 40 and 45, right before we die.
It's a long and lovely life.
So true. That is definitely going to happen for us, because we're so much in love. God is definitely going to give us a long life together, and many children.
This is true. Now, I wanted to surprise you, my dear Rachel, so I have arranged, as I know that you have a soreness in your back, for a masseuse to come and give you a massage on this very beach as you look upon the waves.
Well, that's wonderful. I don't suppose you happen to be the masseuse, though, do you?
Oh, I'm not qualified. My hands are quite calloused from the basketball playing of my youth.
Oh, it sounds painful. Well...
I'm here.
Hello, are you here to take my drink?
Yes, I am. But is there anything else that you requested my services, sir?
You're from the resort, right?
Yes, of course.
Oh, dear, you're the masseuse, aren't you?
I am.
I was expecting a woman.
Oh.
As was I.
But we are new to these Caribbean parts, so what have you?
Very well.
I've never had a professional massage before. What do I need to do?
I will leave you to it. I will go enjoy my spa.
But Frederick, don't you think you should stay? Me here with a male masseuse, rubbing my back.
If it makes you uncomfortable, I can find someone else.
My dear, this is part of our honeymoon. It should be quite fine.
Yes, just what I pictured.
Yes.
Me being rubbed by another man on our honeymoon.
Eman, I am here to join you for the massage.
Oh, another client. Great. You'll be both massaged at the same time?
No, I am also a masseuse. We are a team.
Oh, great. Rachel, you'll be double teamed.
I heard about it!
Tomorrow.
Would you be okay with this now? You'll be needing this.
Have you had a massage before?
No! Oh!
Here in the Bahamas, we do it a little different. Just try to relax. I'm feeling a lot of tension.
Oh, yes! This is great! Oh!
She is beginning to relax.
scene from that previous, we find Beth at the nunnery doing her new chore of
Making cheese.
making cheese. Oh, Sister Beth, you have really taken to your new chore, but I have brought somebody with me today. This is Miss Butterworth. How do you do? She is a prize cheesemaker from Edinburgh, and she's here to counsel you in your cheese questions.
Oh, well, you know, I have quite a lot of experience with cheese making. I was so pleased when God decided that this was my next task.
Just look, Miss Butterworth. Watch as she stirs and plunges. Oh, such skill. She truly is meant for this.
It's lovely. The way she's been cutting that cheese today.
Do you think she has a future?
I do.
Do you think that this convent could make a profit on such a cheese as this? I dare you to stick your finger and taste of it.
Oh, it's lovely.
Oh,
Thank you.
Sister Beth, this is such good news. You will bring such fortune to the convent.
The Lord has been good to us here.
Sister, oh dear, all the chickens in the convent coop have run amok.
Oh dear, there must be a cock running about.
Indeed.
Oh, dear.
You better attend to them.
Miss Butterworth, do you have any experience with cocks?
Oh, much I do.
Okay, please, I must take to this chicken business.
William.
Hello there, sister. I see you've been churning.
I have. I'm making cheese. Do you
Yeah.
like cheese?
I love cheese, especially when it's well churned. May I see you ply your wares? What hands, such grace.
Next it must go into a rind and rest for 3 months.
May I try?
Please.
I see, just like that. Sister, Beth, I have a confession to make. It was I that let those chickens out, for I wish to see you and speak to you alone.
You're such a rebel, always overcome with passion.
Yes, well, I came to a decision last night that living here and studying here is not for me any longer. I do not feel called by the Lord to spend my days in silent prayer and supplication, reading texts. My life demands action, and I believe yours does too. Don't you feel that you're meant for bigger things?
I do.
Then, forgive me for being forward, but would you run away with me to join the mission field? Think of the souls we could convert together.
Run away.
Yes.
But my whole life has been centered around becoming a nun. My father has raised me to become a nun.
Yes, but don't you see, you can still serve the Lord while enjoying wedded bliss. I'm Episcopalian.
I must admit that these past several years of washing dishes, cleaning toilets, and making cheese, I feel that I am not serving God in the way I best could, and I have come to question my faith.
Then, Beth, of course it would be untoward for us to travel the world together without being wed, so I'm sorry I don't have a ring, but with this cheese, will you marry me and become a missionary?
I will.
Then let what God has coagulated together, let no man tear asunder.
Chapter 3, where a year passes, and Fred and Beth have a chance encounter at a winery.
This is very good, but do you know if they have any Jewish wine? I prefer something sweeter.
Really? Do you think Jewish wine will do for communion? I think this is quite flavorful.
I guess you're right. Where is this
Spit
one?
bucket. Oh, it reminds me when we first met, Rachel.
Well, doesn't it though? But then you'll have to dump the whole thing on my head at the end.
I think I'll try some white wine.
Very well. I think I'll want the vineyards.
Frederick? Freddie?
Beth Cross, is that you?
It is!
Hello.
How do you do? I'm no longer Beth Cross. I'm Beth Cornerstone.
Oh, I see. Is that the name that you were given at the nunnery? Your new name?
Oh, are you a nun?
I'm very sorry. Beth, this is my wife,
Rachel. Rachel,
Sprague.
well, Mrs. Sprague.
And this is my childhood friend.
Oh, so pleased to meet you.
Oh,
It's nice
Well,
to
you
meet
two
you.
must have a lot of catching up to do with your old childhood friends.
We do. Well, we can catch up all together.
yes, please, pull up a chair. Join us. We were just sampling some fine Cabernet.
Here, go ahead, please.
Sir, would you mind sparing a chair?
Oh, no, I'm alone.
So you don't mind, or no, we can't have the chair?
Oh, I don't mind now.
All right. Have fun alone.
Yes, I always do.
Did he always have a chair problem?
Suppose. Well, it has been quite long. You see, I was to become a nun. I spent 4 years at the convent, training.
Is it comfortable? The chair.
Yes, thank you.
Enjoy your wine, sir.
I will. Over here alone.
Yes, great. Don't overindulge.
But I decided not to become a nun. As it turns out, my calling was to be wed.
Do you wish to marry me?
No, not you.
Oh,
Thank you.
you're welcome, dear.
Oh, well, that's quite odd, because I recall a conversation in our youth where you said that being a nun was a lifelong pursuit, and yet it appears it is not.
No, it is not any longer.
Oh, I say, good sir, I see you're sitting here all alone, dreadfully alone. Might I sit?
Yes.
Thank you. There you are, darling. The grounds are lovely. Oh, well, you've met some friends. Hello there.
Hello.
This is Mr. Cornerstone, William.
Pleasure to meet you. And you are?
I'm Frederick Sprague.
Is it comfortable?
Mrs. Springer.
The chair?
Yes, and quite warm. Thank you, my good man. What an odd fellow. Frederick Sprainerd,
Yes,
the basketball player.
Indeed,
Well, I've heard so much about you. I feel like I practically know you. What providence that we should meet here.
And yet I've heard nothing of you. You see, Beth and I would send letters to each other for a long time, but they came to an end.
Oh,
some
is that
years
who
ago.
you write to all those evenings?
indeed. I thought of you recently, Freddie. Well, about a year ago, right before we decided to run away together. I got into the habit of cheese making. Do you remember that afternoon on the farm when we made that Jarlsberg that blew our socks off?
Yes, that was quite a wonderful
Old
memory.
Bessie, ever since her castration, she was never quite the same, was she? But her cheese was magnificent.
Was it truly a farm of male/female bovines?
It was cross-pollination that my Uncle Mordecai invented. It did not go over well. No, in fact, These days I have been on greener pastures with different pursuits.
So you did not take up farming as you had intended?
No, I changed my passion, but as I did not incline that farming was a lifelong pursuit, I don't see an issue with it.
No, well, everybody is allowed to change their minds. Yes.
Certainly, I know I've done that.
I'm sorry, again, I'm Jewish. Does God change his mind?
Frederick, this is awfully unusual conversation.
I've had a lot of wine, dear.
Maybe you should stop, dear.
We're at a vineyard.
Indeed we are. You know, Mrs. Spraynard,
Yes.
I saw the loveliest vista out in the vineyards.
Really?
Would you care to get some fresh air? Perhaps we could let these old
Yes.
friends reacquaint
What a
themselves.
good idea.
Yes, Rachel, go off with another man alone. That worked out so well in the Bahamas.
My husband
Let's go.
treat you.
My dear, what a lovely tan you have.
Thank you so much.
Shall I join you?
No.
But these chairs are reserved. Thank you.
Here, please, put your feet up.
I'm terribly sorry, Beth. I've had quite too much wine, and I was not expecting to run into you after so many years. Your husband seems quite like a man.
He is a man. Yes, well,
You
most
checked
often.
down there and everything.
Indeed.
Great.
We've been wed for a year now.
My wife and I are expecting to be pregnant soon. Obviously, we are not yet. But we are working at it day and night. In that closet over there, perhaps, later.
I take your meaning. You always were one to talk about genitals. Does she know you don't wear a scarf?
We have been married for many a year. She has seen me scarfless.
Do you remember basketball camp?
Of course I do. I think about it all the time.
So do I.
You still think of it?
Of course. It was where I learned to be proud of who I am. And that being friends with everybody is not always my path.
Those girls were quite mean to you. And the boys,
They were quite mean to you.
yes. But we enjoyed each other's company.
Well, I think I'll be taking my leave now.
Okay. Bye.
Perhaps we shall meet later?
I
think
don't
not.
plan on it. We have plans later.
Good.
I've missed you. As a friend, as a female friend, I've missed you.
I have missed you as a friend as well.
I was surprised that you did not become a nun, but there was always some hesitance in your voice when you spoke of it.
I suppose when I went to the nunnery, I was too young to truly know myself. I thought that I had to honor my family, and that I had to honor their wishes. I thought that God had a plan for me.
What do your parents think that you are now a married woman?
They are happy for me. That is the path that they chose as well. Although they are disappointed I did not become a nun, they are happy with the work that I performed.
Does your father ever mention my father? If you recall their altercation at that carnival many years ago, it seemed he was not so fond of the Jewish kind.
Father's view on life is not that of mine own.
I thank you for meeting me here, sir, in this darkened corner where barely the light of the moon can find us.
Yes, of course.
Perhaps you don't fully recognize me. I am the man you unceremoniously uprooted from his chair in the vinery.
Yes, well, that was way out in the countryside. What finds you now here in the darkened alleys of London?
I tracked you down.
Sir, I have to be getting back to my wife. So
Yeah,
excuse me.
that is exactly why I have tracked you down, sir. You think perhaps a man treated as roughly as I was when he was alone and wanted nothing but the company of God's good Christian lot would perhaps hold revenge in his heart.
Sir, if you have ill intention, I have very little money.
No, just the opposite, my lad. My intention inclines completely to your favor. I come with a warning.
Very well, then, speak it.
Well, I understand you to be very much in love with your young bride.
Of course.
But after you left me on the floor in a pool of my own wine, I overheard your wife and that other young man.
Yes, her friend. Childhood friends, nothing more.
Nonsense. They are illicit lovers.
What?
I heard them with my own ears.
Take it back, you ruffian.
I won't. For what the good Lord puts before us, so must we see.
This certainly can't be true, yet I did detect a gleam of excitement in her eyes as I left for the vineyard.
If I were you, my friend, I would unstain the blotch upon my honor in the only way a man knows how.
Through forgiveness and understanding?
No, through murder.
You suggest I murder my own wife?
No! I suggest you murder the fool boy who has stolen her from you.
I see. I shall dwell upon this.
This pistol shall help your considerations to mature, I trust.
Sir, I am a man of God. I barely know how to hold such an instrument of doom and destruction.
And what does God know best other than vengeance, saith he?
Very well.
That was marvelous.
I shall look into this matter.
I do only what I can to help those who have been so kind to me.